This is a tutorial of how to apply a style sheet to an HTML page. You've already got an HTML page set up. Here is one entitled index.html, and if you look in the folder in which this file exists, there's also a style sheet named style.css. And to insert that style sheet, to link it to this HTML page, you just use this code up here, link rel for relationship equals style sheet. The most important thing is the href, that's the actual name of the style sheet, and then type equals text/CSS. All these are attribute equal values of the link command, of the link tag. Then once you have that applied, all the items in style sheet, let's take a look at the style sheet, will apply to that page. So you'll have certain properties for the body, for links, for all the headings, for the paragraphs. And then notice here we have some of the tags actually indicated by a # in front of it. And those are the IDs for our div containers. We're going to set up 3 containers on this page, one for content, one for nav, and one for the logo, to have 3 different areas. And this allows us to do the placement and different styling for each of those areas on the page. So you'll notice on the HTML page I have an area called logo, which simply has my heading in it, and it's div id equal logo. And then we have another div for the navigation, div id equal nav. It opens and closes. And I've got my navigation items in a list. This is a technique that web designers use because they can use the tags for the list within the nav to give special properties and spacing and styling for how the navigation looks. By putting it in the nav and defining the styles for the lists within the nav, that's what this style and properties do here. That will allow you to have your links associated, that's this right here, with the nav that would look different than your regular links, which are indicated up at the top of the style sheet. And then the third section is just for content. So we have div equal content, that opens and closes here. So if we open up a browser and we now look at this file, and I'll look for it in the correct folder that I have the files located, index.html. We can see the application of the style sheet that includes the logo, the nav, and the content, and all these are applied. Just to show you what it looks like without the style sheet being attached, it's just a very basic, I'm going to take the link to the style sheet out, save this, refresh it. It's just a very basic HTML page that has very little styling, but you can still see the structure of the page, and if for some reason the user's browser is not reading the style sheet, you can have still access to the navigation and you can still read the content on the site, so it's still very clearly laid out. And that's how you apply a style sheet to an HTML page.